Good evening. My name is Michael Ard, and this is my project for macroeconomic policy and global econ. What I did is I took the GDP rate and the unemployment rate, subtracted the unemployment rate from the GDP, and then took the first year of each presidency and removed that and scored everything. And my belief for removing the first year is day one of a presidency, their policies aren't going to be in place. It's going to take a little bit of time. So you're going to have some cross data going in, and most businesses aren't going to be able to say from January 1st, we're going to be able to use these models, methods, and maths and everything in order to calculate how their businesses are going to be able to work in the new policies. So I don't believe, excuse me, the first year should count. So what I did, excuse me, I downloaded the GDP and unemployment rate, subtracted the unemployment rate from the GDP rate, and then matched everything by years. When I say I matched everything by years, this is when I actually went and looked at the presidents and how we were given the data and matched everything by the years, making sure it was all good, and I didn't say that Clinton was in 1960. Then filtered by the results for the GDP subtracted by the unemployment rate. And here's how I was able to chart it and plot it and everything. And in blue is the GDP rate. And you notice on the far left-hand side, I have high rates with very low scoring. This is good because this is showing that particular score was incredibly good. And so all the way over here on the far right-hand side, with a low GDP indicates a very high score, meaning you didn't do very well according to how I was scoring this. So if you got a score of 1, you had a really robust economy. You got a score of 2, very robust, all the way down to 60, where it was not a very good economy. And so here's the results I had broken out by the presidents and the scoring and the years and everything. And if you notice, there's some interesting numbers that are missing, like the top score was missing. The bottom score of 60 was missing. And I wanted to kind of look at this a little bit and tease it out a little bit more, so I went and plotted it for those first years. And this is the information that I noticed, that a 9.7 score of 1 was 1974 with Nixon. And it was really interesting to see how all of this came together. Like the worst scoring of a negative 3.18 with a negative economy going on and a barely moving negative economy for Kennedy. And it was really kind of interesting to see how all these different matrices came together and how we were able to score it. And that's my project.